All right, welcome back to Fleccas Talks, the podcast, episode 94. Today on the show, we found more lizard people in our government. We're going to teach you guys how to spot them. Then, this lovely trans person is upset that no one defended them against 3 masked urban youths. We'll see what happened there. Then, the LGBTs need to add wing dysphoria to the stupid list of things they care about. And last but not least, Russia and Ukraine are both hosting pride events. We'll compare the two. All this and more, it's Fleccas Talks, the podcast, episode 94, ranked the best new podcast of all time.
Because words are just words until action actually starts. And actions speak louder than words. But at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool. Very cool.
Fleccas Talks, the podcast, featuring Richard Radboy. All right, one and done on the intro. As always, guys, this week's episode is brought to you by our new Pulse Plus app. We made an app. Pulse Plus has a brand new app that's available now on the App Store. Download it today. You can check out a bunch of good news articles from the National Pulse. You can watch this show. You can watch Bonus Land and sign up for Bonus Land there. We are working our way up the App Store charts. I believe we're in the top 20. We've passed CNN and Fox and BBC and AP. So make sure you guys download the app, leave us a 5-star review. Send me a screenshot of the 5-star review you left, and that gives you a chance to get a base mug or maybe a t-shirt or whatever I'm feeling. I'm giving a bunch of stuff away today. Make sure you guys download the app, support the show, goes a long way, and let's get into the top 10 on the App Store. All right, moving on, let's get into housekeeping. All right, housekeeping. Very important housekeeping today. 3 pages.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask.
Yeah, we got 3 pages of really well thought out, important stuff that we have to get to.
A lot of stuff happened this week.
Aliens are real. We're going to get to that. All right, first things first. LeBron's son had a coincidence earlier in the week.
Bronny Jr.
18 years old, cardiac arrest. Not the most common thing for an 18-year-old.
Yeah. And also there's been a lot of people who have been like, this is the most common cause of this for the student athlete. It's like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't get what those people are doing it for. I think that might be for their own self.
Of course.
So they don't think,
Yeah. And every year, forever, there's been like kids that go down and have like a heart problem. But now it's like a lot more common and it's famous people's kids. So like, what are the odds of that? Mm-hmm. And then LeBron also in 2021 said that he got vaccinated and felt it was the best suited not only for me, but my family.
Yeah.
So he wasn't educated on that.
Yeah. he only read 1 page of the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then USC as well, where LeBron James Jr. goes heavy vaccine. I think someone DM'd me and said I had a doctor's appointment there and they were still asking for proof like a week ago.
Yeah. So he probably got the booster, and the booster after that.
Yeah. The booster 8X.
And it blows your heart out. It's called blows your heart out.
Yeah.
It
might.
Maybe.
Called it might.
Yeah. And then there was also some studies that came out and people are now saying that, we actually had problems quantifying people if they died with COVID versus from COVID.
Yeah.
Which is what we said like immediately. We're some of the smartest people in the world.
Yeah. And again, it's like, we'll fix that 3 years late.
Yeah. How did I know that first? I'm not even
Everybody
a smart guy.
knew it. Everybody knew it,
Yeah.
On our side, at least.
Of course. We didn't know where to look. We knew what was going on. Also, Hillary Clinton is blaming Republicans for climate change. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Thank a MAGA Republican. She said, hot enough for you? Thank a MAGA Republican. Or better yet, vote them out of office.
So I have a little bit of a theory, and it's not a full schizo corner theory because I think it's just actually correct and it is not that schizophrenic. But basically, I think there's going to be a lot more heart problems and people going down and dying suddenly for who knows what reason. It's baffling. And I think that the Democrats are going to say it's from climate change, and then they're going to blame Republicans for the vaccine. All the vaccine deaths and all these premature deaths, they're going to say, it's because of climate change. Everyone's having heart attacks because it's hotter. And they're going to blame everybody. They're going to blame us.
Decent guess.
That's a good guess. All right, let's go to our next section, the doppelganger section. We obviously stopped doing these, but we do have some compelling doppels this week that we would have done if we had continued the section. Richard Ratboy, do you have any, or is it all me?
I have one. I have this is me. This guy right here. A little heavy set version of me.
Yeah, this is a good doppel. This is a good doppel week for us. Wrecked that guy. And then here's me watching the girl ride the rodeo thing. There's me with my sunglasses.
Yep.
And then there's me again in Italy knocking out some migrant. There's me.
Slumped him.
Italian Fleccas knocking out some migrant.
Attaboy.
That's me. Those are the doppels. All right, moving on. Make sure you guys tickle this post. Tickle the post. Juice the algo. Goes a long way. It's been helping a lot. Make sure you like the video. Leave a comment. Notifications. And then if you want to watch Tuesday's episode, that is linked in the description as well. All right, moving on. We have to move on to our next section. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The lizard people section.
Were we starting with the video?
Let's start with that guy that lizard spying guy who's spying on the person in the Senate.
Fiction spy thriller, but it actually happened, and it happened in our own government. Congressional oversight.
So that's a lizard.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
Dedicate our careers to it.
And he could even be tapped into the guy talking for him like the lady last week.
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing.
So he's just focused on the person, but in his head, his brain is just saying all the words that this guy's saying.
Yeah.
And obviously lizard people, they replace people when they can.
Mm-hmm.
So like oftentimes someone will die, and then instead of saying, oh, so-and-so died, they'll just put a lizard in their body, and then that person will run the cadaver of the dead person.
Yeah, very similar to the Men in Black character, Sugar.
Yeah, I need sugar.
It's basically like that,
It's
right?
like that. And after a certain amount of time, the lizard people infiltrate areas. For example, Obama's entire Secret Service is lizard people at this point.
Yeah,
you know
that
what
rings
I mean?
true. Yeah.
And then, the chefs, Hillary Clinton had a chef who died, remember, in 2015?
Yeah.
And then Obama's chef just died. Chefs aren't lizard people.
So they see too much.
Exactly. Those are normal people. Those are one of the only few normal people left on the staff of someone like Obama or Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be a normal person because lizards eat rats and are loose.
Yeah.
So you need to have like a normal person doing the chef work, because if you had a lizard person, they go, oh, I found this rat. Like, you eat that, right?
Yeah.
And they eat like bugs, and then they feed off of our loosh. So that's why the chefs are kind of most likely to get snuffed and put down, because they are one of the last normal people.
Mr. President, you didn't touch your steak. And he's like feasting over the corpse of something else. No, I'm kidding, obviously.
Yeah. Rat Boy's kidding. He doesn't think that.
I don't think, we're doing a bit. Oh, I'm doing a bit. Fleccas might believe it. I never ask him if he really, really, really believes it, because I want that gray area between us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And with all the lizard people and how they are and all that stuff going on, I've been giving myself opportunities to receive messages from future me.
Okay.
And those have been received. And I watched the movie They Live the other day. That I think 80s or 90s movie about the guy who has the sunglasses, and then he puts them on, he can see the world as it is.
Yep.
And he takes them off and he sees the propaganda. And then he puts them on, he sees the skeleton lizard people. Mm-hmm. So like something in my brain was trying to tell me to watch that movie, and then a week later, we're exposing all these lizard people.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mitch McConnell had a lizard-adjacent situation happen.
Yeah, he had an incident, let's call it. I mean, he just froze up.
He just froze up. We'll play it in the background. We all saw the clip. He just froze up and then basically woke up in front of a podium halfway through a speech.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a nightmare you would have.
Definitely. It's
like a dream where you feel like you're giving a speech and everyone's looking and you're not saying
everyone's
anything.
waiting for your next words and you just have nothing in the chamber.
Yeah. So, it's easy to say, oh, Mitch McConnell's a lizard person. Is he? I don't know. But I think his handler is. And that's why they bring him around to do all their bidding. Same with Dianne Feinstein. They don't even know where they are or what they're doing, but their lizard handlers are making them go around and do the bidding of the lizard people's best interests.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of how it works.
Or
Mitch McConnell could have died a long time ago and then got replaced with the lizard.
Yeah, I just think Mitch McConnell is a senile old man. Not senile necessarily, but, they're fucked up.
Yeah.
Same with Dianne Feinstein.
Which is why the lizards are able to get him easier.
Oh, yeah.
How does your theory incorporate the lizards, though?
My theory is really, really, really old people just love staying in power in Congress well beyond their means and years. And we have John Fetterman, Dianne Feinstein, and Mitch McConnell. And then it makes me go back and think, like, was there anybody who was just a real decrepit piece of shit back in the 60s? You know, like still some senator who was born in 1859 and just there wasn't social media. They never got caught.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think a lot of these people stay in power because when they leave power, it vacates their spot to someone who could see the corrupt operation they were running. So they kind of have to stay till the very end. Then they die, and then it's like, well, we're not going to arrest Dianne Feinstein now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's how I see it. All right, let's move on. We have a bunch of good fan shout-outs this week. As you can see in the background, people are writing Fleccas Talks, the podcast, best new podcast of all time, on pieces of wood at construction sites they're working on.
Yep.
That'll live forever. We appreciate that. We got this cool fan art. Someone on Twitter tagged me in it. Really cool. He made one for me and Richard Ratboy. Love that. Obviously, people knocking over the rock piles. We have that going in the background. And we have let's do this one, the Ceviche Boys, Lyle and Landon. I got this message from their dad.
I'm eating my ceviche. We're not in Miami, but I just got done with tennis practice, and we're going to head down to the cabanas after this. Also, I want you to know, Fleccas Talks is the new best podcast of all time. Just saying.
Nice. Look at that. Take a bite. Eat the ceviche, bro. What do you think? Rob Smith approved?
Yeah.
Rob Smith approved.
Rob Smith approved. Love that. Everyone's getting T-shirts. Love the shout out. Lyle and Landon, thank you guys.
Yeah.
We love you here on the show.
Yep.
Glad that we have a cool young audience that is very based. Moving on, we have our first our second Snarf W.
Yeah.
We had the van a few weeks ago, Snarf O'Vanian. And then we got this. I got this message from Josh, one of our followers. They named a 1-year-old pit bull Snarf. He's up for adoption. Obviously, I can't recommend anyone go adopt this dog.
No endorsing of pit bulls here, obviously.
Likely eat your kid. And I'm happy about this. At first, when I saw it, I was kind of bummed out. I was talking to Richard, and I was like, you know, the pit bull on death row at the dog pound. That's what we can. That's the snarf we can pull out of this.
Yeah.
And then I was telling Raheem about that too, and he made a great point. He said, you don't win trophies by exclusively beating big teams. You got to beat all the teams along the way. Victory begets victory. So this is actually big for us.
Yeah, it's the start of something.
It's a W. It's a preseason game.
Yeah.
We want a scrimmage, you know? It's a good sign of what's coming. Other things will be named Snarf. So that's exciting. Snarf, the pit bull, for sale. No one go adopt it.
Yeah.
We don't like pit bulls. All right, moving on. We have a little bit of a DeSantis update. There was a National Pulse article that came out. Jeb-linked Bud Light lobbyist tops DeSantis' campaign cash haul.
Yeah, so what is that? A guy who lobbies for Bud Light was DeSantis' top donor
Sounds like it.
for a set period of time?
And I was thinking about this. I was thinking, Ron DeSantis, here's a free tip. I think you should be the one who tries to bring Bud Light back to the right wing.
Just send him into the meat grinder.
Send him right into the wood chipper.
Yeah.
I think we can get the right wing to drink Bud Light again if Ron DeSantis promotes it, if he endorses Bud Light and says, hey, guys, it's been enough time. I drink Bud Light. Let's all start drinking Bud Light again. I think that can go really well for Ron.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
In other news, Ron DeSantis drops Will Chamberlain, a prominent conservative thinker from the campaign. Did you see that?
I did. Will Chamberlain, that's Bud Sexton?
Basically.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That's tough. Got fired.
Yeah.
Didn't know what to do. You should have taken the tips from us. We were giving them out for free here on the show.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Cernovich tweeted this, and Cernovich has been saying this angle like, I love Ron DeSantis, hate his campaign.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Like, Ron DeSantis, a big craw, or what do you call it? Stick in my craw or whatever. Whatever.
I don't know. I can't help you on that.
But DeSantis, like, Trump was getting indicted, and DeSantis is just like, zip
Yeah.
it, you know. Oh, no, that helps me, so I'm out. It's like, instead of doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So big L for the campaign there, and bodies are hitting the floor, it looks like.
Yep, as they should be. And then DeSantis also said that the 2020 election was fair and square.
Who said that? Was that him or somebody from his campaign?
I don't know. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good, Rob.
How does that reconcile with, we need to shore up the elections and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And then I saw recently people were bringing up Kamala Harris tweets from 2019 saying we need paper ballots so Russia can't do anything. It's like
we almost got there.
Yeah.
Also, Dylan Mulvaney's he charges $40K for his speech. Speaking of Bud Light.
Yeah, we previously reported that Dylan Mulvaney got $26,000 from the University of Pittsburgh, and now he's upped his rate.
Yeah,
So
good
that-
for him.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
moving on.
reminded of lyrics from Dire Straits. Money for nothing. That little with the earring and the makeup.
That little is a millionaire. Yeah.
So if you see him, congratulate him, and then heckle him a little bit.
Congrats, Dill. All right, moving on. I have a personal announcement. Someone in my building where I live just threw out their Christmas tree.
July 27th today.
We were out at the dumpster throwing away some big bulky box trash, and I saw a fresh brown dead Christmas tree out there. So don't know who's living like that.
Whoever you are, I will pray for you.
What happened there?
Almost time for a new one. Could have made it the whole year.
You could have made it to like end of September and been like,
Yeah, it's a brown
I really
tree.
like the holidays.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, dead Christmas tree at the trash cans. Not a good sign. Moving on, the mirrors. I found this thread of people selling mirrors, I think on, is it Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, gotta be.
And look at these creepy for sale mirrors.
This guy's face.
This lady, both these people.
Put themselves together. This lady.
She's trying to avoid it, didn't do it. Same
iPad.
thing. No one knows how to take a picture of the mirror.
This guy's taking a picture of his phone to
And then
sell
look
his
at the
phone.
message that he's
Are
getting.
you sure it's in good condition?
So it's like you're immediately you're obviously being questioned about your product. So that's something you guys should check out. That's good lore.
Yeah.
That's good stuff to be involved in.
Okay.
All right, moving on. The snake in the toilet video.
Yeah.
This
here we
kind of
go.
freaked me out.
All right, calm down, lady.
She peed and then noticed the snake.
Yeah.
That's how the lizards get in.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay, I'm moving on. We're only halfway through housekeeping. We kind of have to pace it up a little bit.
Okay.
Question for you.
All right.
You know how the Middle East cracks down on women really hard?
Yeah.
You know, like they cover up and they don't let them do stuff.
Uh-huh.
I think I have a theory here. I think that comes in waves and it gets worse. The cracking down of women gets worse in the Middle East when Western women are acting up the most. So if Western women weren't
Show them how bad it can get.
yeah. So it's basically like if our Western liberal women weren't so embarrassing, the Muslims wouldn't be cracking down on women because they're so scared their women are going to turn into our women.
I actually think that's a fair assessment.
So it's almost like progressive liberal women's fault for whatever's happening in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's like when you sense the horde at the gates, you
Yeah.
kind of like ready for defense a little more. I get that. Yeah.
So like they look over here, what we're doing here, we're celebrating abortion, girls are guys, everyone's naked in the street in front of the kids, and they're like,
Zelensky's in his twink outfit.
and it's like lock everyone up. We're not letting anything like this get in. I have a theory. That's my theory.
Yeah.
The worse our Western progressive women get, the worse the Muslim women get treated because they're so scared of their women becoming our.
I think
our
that's
women.
fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Moving on. Uncle Buck. We watched Uncle Buck a couple days ago.
Yeah. We sometimes watch 90s movies during the day, like we're working and then we toss on a 90s movie.
Just in the background, kind of, enjoy
But Uncle
something.
Buck made us kind of put everything down and focus for a little bit.
We focused on Uncle Buck, and you kind of get this idea that Uncle Buck is a loser. He's like this fat loser.
Drives a shitty car, he rips cigs.
Goes to gambling at the track.
Yep.
But Uncle Buck does the right thing.
Uncle Buck kind of handles it.
Yeah. His niece was like a teenager, and some guy was trying to take advantage of her. Handled that. He watched the
Threatened
kids.
him.
Taught him to work hard. Macaulay Culkin was there.
Yeah.
Uncle Buck gets a bad rep, but fat uncles unite.
And it was kind of like a toxic masculinity in a good way. You know, that phrase is obviously gay, toxic masculinity. But it was like interesting to see an old movie where it shows like a guy like that It's all made up. It's a movie. But a guy like that in a good light, using it for good, you know?
Fat uncles rise up.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Remember last week I had that list of things I don't like? Reba, pesto, whatever the other thing was. Fine dining, too much foam.
Little things that they add to the end.
The frothy stuff. I go, here's a cheesecake, and then it's got foam on it. It's like, are you sure we need to add foam to this?
Okay, that makes sense.
What am I? You ever eat foam? Doesn't do anything.
Okay.
And it's like, so.
What, did you see something on Instagram? Because
saw
I know
a
you
picture.
didn't go anywhere fine dining.
I saw, yeah, I didn't have it.
I know you're not at the
I saw it on
Michelin.
Instagram. It was like this like cheesecake. It looked great. And then the guy's like frothing up egg whites and then puts like foam on top.
Okay.
Like, what are you going to put a foam on it for? Oh, that's why it's $50. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about Barbie.
We talked about it.
We've talked about it. And I even get that Ben Shapiro did a review on Barbie. He's a public commentator, pop culture stuff. Makes total sense.
We get it.
Why do you need to wear the outfit?
Yeah, what's up with the outfit?
It's like, if you're going to go take notes, fine. You're doing your job. Where did you even get these clothes?
Yeah.
So
Not good, Ben.
Not good. Moving on, Jason Aldean.
Try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town. First of all, he edited out some BLM clips.
Yeah.
Sketchy. What
Kind
are we
of
trying
bent
to
the
do?
knee a little bit, you know? Is that?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's some details. I doubt he's the one on, Premiere.
Yeah. He's in Premiere Pro, like, get these BLMs out. We need stock footage.
I bet it was like some person on his team
Underneath
or
him, yeah.
if they wanted the video to go on a certain site or whatever, they had to take some stuff out. Maybe it was even copyright. I don't think it was copyright, so I don't know what it is. Maybe he's trying to play both sides. But the more important thing here, try that in a small town. You can make any song a Rob song.
Oh, that's where you're going with this. I thought we were reporting on something, like, for real.
No. We've told everyone on this on the show before that you can make anything a Rob song. So for that, it would be try that in Rob's small town.
Yeah.
See how far you gotta. So try that in Rob's small town, and it's basically like any song can be a Rob song. So give me a song. Name any song.
Moving Out, Billy Joel.
Moving Out, Billy Joel. If that's moving up, then Rob's moving out.
Rob's moving out.
You're pretty good.
Yeah, I get it.
So you guys get it. So you can always send me Rob songs if you guys doing Rob songs. Maybe a karaoke that gets turned into a Rob song.
Yeah, send him a voice memo of your favorite song, but with a Rob twist.
That'll get you a T-shirt. Speaking of new music, we found a new singer that we like. Country singer type, young guy. Kevin Smiley Music is his Instagram. In the description. Check out this song.
I pop pills and drink while I drive, 'cause I don't care if I open my eyes. I guess those 12 steps don't work every time, or maybe I started 40 steps behind.
Isn't that good? Good voice?
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's like rap type lyrics with country 100%.
Yeah. I like the voice, unique person. That could be a Rob song too. Rob pops pills and drinks while he drives.
In the Vespa.
Maybe not every song is good to be a Rob song. But that was a good singer. We liked that song. I put it in the description. So give that guy a follow if you liked it too.
Yeah.
Moving on. The Queen of Chaos got arrested again.
Yeah, this is some white woman from Kentucky who's a sorority girl dubbed the Queen of Chaos appears in her 10th mugshot as she boasts, "This is one of my favorites. I stole a car, wrecked it, and then brought it back to my dorm."
Hey, fun. At least she's fun.
I'm going to have to stay consistent and say she should be locked up and taught a lesson.
Yeah.
Like, she needs to do a year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, this type of woman.
Yeah. And that could, guys, you could look at this and go, oh, I could save her. She's so hot. She's fun, whatever.
Yeah.
Volatility is not good.
Volatility in a woman? No.
Not good for the long term. You're not going to have much peace at home.
Your clothes will be thrown out like an old movie.
Yeah.
Your tires are slashed.
She'll punch herself and tell the cops you hit her, and they're going to kind of believe her.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good to hitch up with a volatile person long term.
Avoid.
All right, moving on. The ankle boot doctor video. This guy's in the hospital with an ankle injury. and he's watching the doctor
POV.
or the nurse
Yeah.
look up how to wrap an ankle. So that's kind of how life is these days. No one knows how to do anything. No one knows anything.
Yeah.
And that's just it. She's just freshening up on her skills.
You know what? I was going to say this is bad, but it could be worse because that at least means she cares,
Yeah.
right?
She could just be, yeah, I'll wrap it up.
Fuck it. Yeah. It wraps it way too tight. Your toes are purple next day.
You're good.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad.
Borderline urban decay.
But I feel like wrapping an ankle is like day one shit.
Yeah, you do that on anybody. There's no you can't accidentally kill a patient wrapping an ankle. So
It should be pretty easy to know how to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end of housekeeping. It wasn't so bad.
nice. And we're not even going to talk about aliens at all. I feel like we just should because the alien disclosure kind of happened.
I thought I did with the lizard people, but I guess it
No,
didn't.
that was just your schizophrenia, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it. So yeah, aliens are real.
That's what
they're-
they say.
They're letting us know. Apparently, aliens have been around forever, and
And a lot of it is about like reverse engineering aircraft that America has, which I guess if you believed the guy on Joe Rogan in 2015, you already knew this.
yeah,
You know?
that's a good point.
So there's that guy. I don't know his name, but he's an author. He's had multiple appearances on and how he was firsthand reverse engineering stuff.
Yeah, Lazard,
Yeah. Right? What Bob
Lazard,
Lazard? Yeah.
Lizard,
Oh shit.
Rob.
Okay, shit, guys. Let's get out of housekeeping. No, but for real though, like it's lame to hear it from our government.
Yeah,
It just makes it like corny and like not believable.
and I don't trust it because you're letting us know now, right before the 24 election.
Yeah.
You could have let us know in the last 100,000 years.
And I'm a little pumped. Bob Lazar is the guy's name. And I'm a little not pumped. I'm pissed that Trump didn't hook us up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He tried to tip us with inventing Space Force, I think.
Yeah, we really need Space Force for interdimensional wars.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
What? For what? All right, well, that's the end of housekeeping. Aliens, real. We all knew it was real. Probably fake.
We had to
Government,
mention it.
Don't believe it.
We can't skip over aliens.
They're going to just use aliens to make one world government. So they might even have aliens fake attack us so we can all unite. The UN can send the white helmets here, or the blue helmets.
Yeah.
What color are the helmets?
White helmets. Or what? The UN? They're
Yeah.
blue. They're
the
baby
blue helmets. They're going to come here, protect us from the aliens. And then, that's what they're going to do. It's going to be an Operation Bluebeam type disclosure, not a natural one, is
Okay.
what it seems like.
That's fair.
So this is all old info.
I know. That's the crazy part.
So, yeah. All right, that's the end of housekeeping. Before we get into Cringe of the Week, make sure you guys get the app, obviously, but also sign up for FleccasTalks.com. We have a bonus land, a 30-minute bonus land dropping a couple hours after this episode comes out on FleccasTalks.com. So if you love the show, you'd love an extra 30 minutes of it Friday afternoon. FleccasTalks.com will have our bonus land up. You can keep watching the show and keep fucking off at work.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Cringe of the week. We have a great cringe of the week. Our first clip is the trans woman versus the urban youths.
I am not, sir. Do you want to say that to the camera? Hundreds and hundreds of people watching you?
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. You just called me a man. Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward.
Come back here.
Yeah, you're a coward. Come on over. Say what you got to say to me.
I'm not a sir.
Oh, you don't want to call me a man to my face? Come on over.
This is how a
What do you
man
got to
would
say? What do
handle
you got to
that.
say about transgender people? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I did not know this man was trans. Wait, what do you go by? What do you go by?
Does it matter?
It does, because I'm asking you.
Say what you got to say. There's a lot of people watching you.
The real question is, it doesn't matter if you're transgender or not. Are you with that? Are you with the people that march and be like, "We're coming for your kids"? That's where it's bad. That's when it gets bad. Oh, niggas need to stay up.
What's your name?
Me?
Yeah.
K.
K?
K.
K-A-Y?
K-A-Y.
Trying to dox him.
I don't have to give you any of my information.
You certainly don't. What's your
My
name?
name's JJ, and is y'all thing a cult? It's like LGBTTL cult or something?
Then I approached the staff.
Can I ask why you didn't step in? what you were standing and watching. They called me a pedophile. They were verbally harassing me.
I didn't hear him call you that. I didn't know. I honestly had no idea what conversation you were having.
Oh, you caught her.
Yeah. So the waitress in the Che Guevara shirt wasn't progressive enough.
Yeah.
And then you notice how like every single thing that this person's mad about is just about validation. It's not about like their own identity. It's about validating their identity to everyone else. So it's like you need to on camera say I'm a woman, and if you don't, you're in trouble now. It's not even about her. It's about getting people in trouble.
You called her. And also it's just about, there's no argument. It's no, I'm a woman because XYZ. It's just, you sure you want to say that in front of a couple hundred people?
Yeah.
And then the same thing for the waitress. You didn't help me?
Why didn't you stand up for me against those 3 ski-masked urban youths?
Yeah, dude.
I'm a helpless woman. Why didn't you stand up for me?
And that's like, this is the perfect sign of the time stuff. Trans with the ski mask urban youths.
Yeah.
And the Che Guevara shirt. We know which side she's generally on, right?
Of course.
But when it comes to the urban youths,
it's not progressive enough.
Back away, back away.
Yeah. And then there was last week on the show, remember the person who said we need to help lighten the load for trans people and do their dishes.
Yeah, give them money.
Clean their clothes and give them $5. I was talking to a friend. They made a great point. There used to be a time when cis people would look out for trans people and do their laundry and feed them food and stuff. It was called a mental institution.
Yeah.
It was called being institutionalized.
We do it all for you.
Where all the cis people will take care of you trans people and do what you need to do.
Yeah,
so
you just got to take the pills that come in the little white cup and, you know.
every cis people will take care of you for the rest of your life.
It'll be okay.
All right, let's move on to the clip, the lady who wants one boob.
Yeah, let's see what the other mentally stable, very stable geniuses are up to.
My ideal gender affirming care as like a trans non-binary person is kind of fucking weird. And the thing is that I love it. And I would love to get a single mastectomy. Yes, I want one boob. I want one boob and one no boob. And then I want to like wear some like strange clothes that I made myself that'll like cover the boob part and then just let my other non-boob out in the open. So people will just look at me like, I don't want to take testosterone, but not for my whole life. I want to take it for a couple years, get the permanent effects, and then go off with it. And maybe I might decide to go back on it later, but it's kind of just going to be like a fluid thing. But I also want to have a kid. Wouldn't it be so cool to be a trans guy who just has a kid? Like, fuck you, you know?
Yeah, so you want to have a kid so you could say fuck you. It's like, who are you saying fuck you to? Like your dad?
God.
God, more specifically?
And that's the thing. I want the one boob because it would look so cool. People would look shocked. And I want to be a trans dad because fuck you, right?
Yeah.
So it's all these weird internal things that she wants to do to massacre herself, mutilate. And it's just for other people.
Yeah.
It's for the world to be like, huh, that person's unique without just, a fat girl like that. They're a dime a dozen. A one tit freak with a kid
who's jacked on testosterone.
That's one of one. That's like an NFT, a human NFT.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, exactly. Like their self-worth comes from
external.
Yeah. Their ability to make people around them pretend they're normal and good.
Well, not even that, just get their attention. You know, not even be normal and good. Clearly, there's nothing normal and good about
there's
this.
like a thing where like, oh yeah, you see me? Like this is how things are now.
Yeah,
like,
we run this.
Yeah, we run this. This is the new status quo. Get used to it. Not everyone's 1950s male and female like you thought.
Yeah.
So it's all about like changing everyone's perception and then making them say, oh, this is good and normal. And then if it's not, you're going to put you on camera, put you on social media. We're going to dox you.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a thing where they're doing this stuff for shock value.
Mm-hmm.
And, back in the day, it'd be Marilyn Manson pissed on somebody.
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne ate a chicken head.
Yeah.
And this is like your shock value is just existing. Like, hi, I'm at Starbucks. Yeah, it's one tit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So instead of performing an act, your shock value is your whole identity. And I mean, that's the point, because who would care about this lumpy girl anyway?
Sad.
It is sad.
It is sad.
And this is where they get funneled to. into
Yeah.
some weird freak shit from an online community that has no positive impact on anyone's life.
They are just trying to ruin things and make things less normal for everyone else.
Yep. Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah.
You know, God.
Oh, that body I was made into from God as a woman, I cut one of the tits off, and now I have a hairy chest, and I take testosterone.
Dump it.
T+1. We talked about that last week on the show.
Yeah.
A trans person plus one is like a
People.
network of people you want to avoid or be concerned about. That applies here as well, obviously. So if
Yeah.
you're in this person's friend group and one of your friends starts amputating body parts that aren't needing to be amputated, you're kind of in the T+1. There was actually a T+1 trans.
Do we want to go to the second half of this where she kind of reveals something?
Oh, yeah.
Remember,
Sure. I forgot there was more clips.
we split this video
And you
up.
don't have to hate it. You can say it's not for me, but you don't have to hate your body to be trans. And when I was younger, I thought I had to hate my body to be trans. I thought it was a prerequisite. Like, if you don't hate your body, you can't be trans. You have to hate yourself. Hate yourself, or you're not transgender. Which is such a flawed way of looking at it.
That's an interesting insight.
She kind of like tipped us off
You
there.
told a little too much.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. I just wanted to make sure we
you have
played
to
it.
hate yourself to be part of the community. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So the T+1, there was a T+1, was it Reddit post or 4chan?
Reddit. Yeah.
Can you give that a read?
Yeah, so T+1, we obviously gave the lesson, stay away from anybody who really heavily associates with a trans person. And this is a show watcher, I believe.
It has to be.
It's posted on the male to female subreddit. So busy. It says, my fiance went no contact with me because of my transition. We had 10 wonderful years together, all of our 20s. We moved across the country twice. I had a dog together, built a home together. Now I'll never talk to her again. Cis people are cruel. Hey, babe, I think I'm going to be a fucking girl. You want to keep dating? Everything's normal, right?
Yeah.
So this lady got out.
Show watcher. Yeah, absolute show watcher there. Congrats on getting out. There is a window to get out.
You can't be like, oh, yeah, sure, let's just see how it goes. I still like you. You know, rent's cheaper with two of us. You have to get the fuck out, like ASAP.
Very ASAP. Because when you do get out, it's tough because when you do get out, you're public enemy number one for that trans person.
So you have a trans enemy. Now you're T. We need a term for that.
Because like you're part of their transition where it's like, I did it, even though I lost my fiance, I'm still doing it. So it's like you become like part of their the villain origin story.
Absolutely. And
but
then
you have to.
And they might villainize you, and then they might get obsessive, and then he has all your old lipstick because you thought it went missing during the move, but you don't know what happened, and now he's putting it on in the mirror.
And he knows where you work.
Yeah.
And you're not trans friendly, and it gets ugly quick.
Yeah, but good move, because if you stayed, it would get ugly in a different way. So
it would get ugly with long hair. It would get ugly.
Yeah, you see the sink. How cluttered is the sink with two girls, you know?
Yeah. It would get ugly smells. It would get ugly post-operation. It's uglier if you stay. All right, moving on. Wing dysphoria person.
Yeah, it's getting out there, guys. We got one tit, and now we got wing dysphoria.
Hi, my name is King, and I'm a non-human ultra in a DID system, and I am making a Discord server for people who experience wing dysphoria. It is, of course, open to systems with non-human headmates, and it is also open to, I think they're called wingkin, literally anybody who experiences wing dysphoria. Hope to see you there.
So you think you have bird wings? It's no, like you're thinking of video games.
Yeah,
you're thinking of Zelda in your stinky basement, and
Yeah.
I think you're confusing that with your real life person.
You took Dungeons and Dragons too seriously, and now you think it's real.
Yeah.
So what happened? You're autistic? I get it, I guess, but it's not real.
It's getting pretty. These are bold moves from these people.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like the thing you would do in the 1920s, and you get lobotomized.
Yeah,
you get brought to a place, and they kind of just like fry your brain, and then leave you in like a padded room for the rest of your life.
This is the type of shit where if it was 1956 and you said this to someone, you'd get taken. You get taken, and you don't get let out.
Like a paddy wagon.
Yeah. So it's kind of amazing that they have this new free opportunity to explore, and there's no consequences. You can make anything up.
Yeah.
I'm dragging something. And like, obviously that was the meme for a long time. I'm an attack helicopter. those kind of bits got old. But they really are just fucking making up whatever they think will get them attention now.
And the attack helicopter thing was like a very early meme to all this. And it was obviously like too far. Oh, no one thinks they're an attack helicopter, but it's a funny joke. Now we're pretty much past that.
Satire is blurred. The line is blurred. And these autistic people are getting sucked into vacuums like Jumanji. They're getting sucked in.
They're sucked into the game.
Yeah. And I don't know how to explain it or how to stop it, but I guess the parents need to be on top of this. Like, no, that's an Dungeons and Dragons. That's your fantasy.
Yeah, that's the video game.
Yeah.
That's plugged into the wall.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
I like to imagine, you know that Sopranos meme where Christopher Moltisanti is explaining something to Tony?
Yeah.
I like to do that for stuff like this where it's like, hey, T, they feel like they got wings because some of their non-human headmates might be a bird. They got all kinds of stuff living in their head.
It's crazy, T. You're never going to believe this.
Non-human headmates.
Yeah.
Okay, lobotomy time.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Ukraine and Russia are both having pride events. Ukraine, let's go through Ukraine.
Yeah, so basically Ukraine, so Pride Month is the same month every year, like, and that's international. That's Globo Homo, as we call it. And so Pride Month's over in Ukraine, but Ukraine is going to host a Pride Week to raise funds for the war effort in the city of Kharkiv. Yeah, Kharkiv, which actually took bombs. And so it basically says that it's going to be a We Unite for Victory Pride Parade. The event will feature a flash mob during Kharkiv City Day on August 23rd, a charity festival, as well as Pride March throughout the city. Funds given to the organization will go towards the needs of the military who defend eastern Ukraine. I'm trying to see what else.
So this will get the Russian boys buzzing. They get excited about when their enemy's doing gay pride parades.
You're giving them bulletin board material, and you're telling them the date where they could kind of hit you.
Yeah.
The date and location to hit you.
I want to get this on the record here on the show. This is like prime false flag opportunity. You tell Russia that you're having a gay pride parade in like a city that was recently bombed, so it's within Russia's range.
We know the ballistic missiles can get there, right?
And then it's like, what do? You have a gay pride parade, and then Russia attacks, and then you say, oh, Russia attacked us, a human rights violation. They attacked us because we're gay. Let us into NATO.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it going down like that. And it's like such a globalist thing where you have to have a pride parade, or in that way you get the money.
Exactly.
Like you have go get your twinks out in the street and we'll send you the billions.
Yeah.
But you got to do the twinks in the street first.
Imagine Admiral Levine calling direct. The twinks in the street now. Click.
Yeah. So, on September 3rd, we're going to be in this.
Doing really gay stuff. Please don't bomb us.
Yeah, please don't bomb us. I can kind of see it happening.
Yeah.
And whether it's Russia who attacks or if it's a false flag to pin Russia and blame Russia, that seems more likely.
Yeah.
So odds taken out on that. Heard it here first. And then Russia had some sort of pride demonstration, I think, last week, and here's how it went.
Dragged them to the bus.
The hysterical people get rounded up and bussed out of there. They ship them out.
Where would you rather be?
Two different ways to go about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, who's correct? The jury's still out.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Speaking of who's correct and who's not correct, this new church, I saw this on my Instagram feed. This is a new church that is named what?
I'm not sure, but it says Stop Hating Gays, Lesbians, and Transgenders Church.
Oh, so sometimes it's hard to tell if you're on the right team or not. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's easy.
Yeah.
If you go to your church and they made the name of your church Stop Hating Gays, Lesbians, and Transgenders Church, you might be going to the wrong service.
Okay.
Let's go to the lady ripping down subway signs. This was pretty good. So this Asian lady's not happy about the advertisements that are too sexual.
Yeah. Normalizing.
Affecting the next generation.
Yeah.
I don't know why no one sees this.
No.
This is disgusting.
Because TV told them not to get upset. Look at that. That's pretty good. Look at this one. Romantic.
fingers through an apple. Tongue kissing, pansexual shit with one tongue. You know.
Everyone's getting involved. They're all helping. They're all taking it down.
Nicely done.
It's funny because that's kind of the thing that they would probably go arrest these people for.
Oh, for
and
sure.
they would actually enforce the law and say, oh, you vandalized.
Yeah.
This is a hate crime. And meanwhile, someone gets stabbed on the subway and no one cares.
Yep.
All right, last clip of cringe.
But it's good to see. It's good to see some people are still awake, you know, and not just letting the wave of woke cringe shit just wash over them and ruin their life and take their kids with them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it. The last clip of cringe, the fat model.
Yeah, this we'll show a picture of her first and then play this video, but there she is. She's a finalist for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
So there's a contest, basically, and they all sent submissions in to be a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
And if you remember, the last one we covered was a guy with a dick.
Yeah, a man.
He won.
So
who's next?
This is the submission this woman sent in.
Besties, why wouldn't I be confident? Why wouldn't I be confident, baby? I've got soft arms, I got stretch marks, I got cellulite, and a fupa you can hold on to, baby. She is giving charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't you be? Come on, I'll see you outside.
It sucks because like Sports Illustrated corporate opens this video and they're like, we have to give it to her.
Yeah.
she has to win this, unfortunately.
That's my least favorite kind of person.
Me too.
The fake confidence buzzword. Besties, it's giving this. I'm yelling. Here's my fupa.
Yeah, nothing screams I'm confident like yelling how confident you are.
So true.
Yeah.
And obviously, oh yeah, how do you get your confidence? Oh, you know, I do the podcast. We get views. We have great fan interactions.
Years of like sharpening a skill and competing against other people in the industry and improving and getting better.
Yeah, my wife loves me. My kids, I have confidence in my workplace, you know?
Yeah.
I worked out and then I gained 40 pounds of muscle or something.
Exactly.
That's how I got confident. How did this lady get confident?
By just saying I'm confident.
Just picking.
Yeah, exactly. Confidence, it's like in the past, if you weren't confident, it would be, okay, go work on yourself until you're confident.
Yeah, go find something to gain confidence.
And now it's, well, just say you're confident and then we'll make everyone else lie and pretend.
Yeah.
So it used to be a real thing. And
You'll
now
be a swimsuit model.
Yeah, exactly. Now confidence is just free.
Yeah.
And it's also like a thing for Sports Illustrated where they're trying to make Sports Illustrated like bend the knee and adjust their beauty standards for like the globalist agenda. So it's like you have like an institution like Sports Illustrated and you're basically saying, hey, beauty is now fat people and ugly people and women are now transgenders.
And then ultimately the bag holders are the African-American community who has like the highest percentage of obesity in the world, right?
Yeah.
Like American blacks have, American black women specifically have super high rates of obesity. And oh yeah, I'm confident in my type 2 diabetes diagnosis. You know, shit's going crazy, right? It's not good for anybody.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of Cringe of the Week.
Do we want to do the mental health guy?
No, we're doing that in Bonus Land.
All right. Do you want to preview what we're going to do in Bonus Land a little bit?
Yeah, we have a great Bonus Land coming today. We have a mental health song that's really funny.
The twerking surgery.
Twerking and surgery. We have an example of why makeup should be illegal. There was an Asian hate crime that resulted in the person who did the crime getting a GoFundMe. We have a couple pets we want to show you guys. There's more Tourette stuff. We talk about Chris from Mr. Beast.
Christy.
Yeah.
Careful.
And we go over what we would do in the same situation if someone on the show ended up becoming trans. So we kind of go through our action list?
Protocol.
Our protocol. Yeah, protocol. A pit bull gets attacked. A pit bull attacks somebody, sorry.
As if that could be the case.
I read that wrong. And then, yeah, a bunch of disgusting clips, too. Car drives off a cliff. We have some good stuff in Bonus Land. So join us in Bonus Land. FleccasTalks.com is the website. Sign up today. All right, Urban Decay. The naked lady shoots the gun.
Let's see what the naked lady's up to.
Oh, yeah,
She is.
Middle of the highway. We had to censor it because she's naked.
Holy shit!
He is shooting.
Another naked lady out and about, shooting a gun this time. Not just eating the cakes.
Holy shit, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Fuck that. It's a lady. Oh,
whoa! Bro.
That's,
What the
hey,
fuck?
now that she shot the
What
gun,
the fuck?
the cops can move in and arrest her.
Exactly. They couldn't before.
Yeah, before,
Ran out.
that was just normal Northern California stuff.
Shit, dude.
Now that you shot the gun in traffic on the highway naked, the cops can finally move in.
And I'm sure there was no pattern of behavior or earlier incidents that kind of should have resulted in, you know, a visit to a doctor or, you know, a lockup. And I'm sure that was nothing.
Yeah.
They wait until the gun goes off, and then that's when they can move in.
I'm sure she was an upstanding citizen before this.
Oh, yeah.
2022 taxes are probably been
Filed.
all good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this person in reality probably hasn't been like a respectable person in society for 10 years.
5 at least, maybe, you know, if you're naked shooting the gun, right?
So that's a person who can get rounded up.
Yeah. And that's part of the thing with the bail and the catch and release nature of these urban environments. It's like you kind of don't get stuck away until you do the really bad thing. And that's kind of why we wanted to show this.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy.
That's why urban decays so much.
Exactly. And that's why we have a whole section called Urban Decay, is because they don't lock you away until the knife actually goes in the guy's body. They don't lock you away until you actually kill the cop.
Yeah.
You know? Until then, it's the revolving door of petty crime, and whoa, it escalated.
And before you shoot the cop or stab somebody, you're robbing stores, you're fighting people, you're robbing people, you're vandalizing, you're breaking car windows. You don't go to jail for that. So you have to just deal with that until they eventually do something that's a little too far, like shoot a gun naked in traffic on the highway.
Yeah.
And then you get locked up.
And then, unfortunately, a lot of times, an upstanding member of society is dead by the time you have to go to jail. So that's
why we have an Urban Decay section.
All right, number 2 video. This was a video taken by a UPS guy, I believe, outside of, or somewhere in San Francisco, showing the car theft.
Yep.
And where they dump all the stuff.
So the street rats will rob people, and then they'll dump whatever they didn't use in this one area.
So here you go.
So here's all your vacation luggage with all your clothes and random stuff. They just took the phone chargers out, whatever they could sell.
Whatever was quickly sellable.
The hair dryer.
And so this is another thing that we always talk about is the price to like impact ratio, or what, I don't even know what to call it, but like these guys come, they break your car window, that's $150 at least, right? Minimum. Then they steal all your luggage, and to replace your clothes and your wardrobe value, that's probably $600 to you, you know? And then they dump it on the side of the highway, take whatever's valuable or easily resellable.
Prescription pills.
Yeah.
Whatever you got in your bag, that the one thing they actually can use.
They sell that for $80, and then the total value to you is like $750. They get $80. And so it's just like a loss, an economic loss, and you're the victim. And nobody gives a fuck. Nobody tries to stop these guys.
They might even get 20.
They
They might wreck your whole
$800 worth of shit.
For fucking $20.
Yeah. And then you know what? Give me bait cars. Where are the police? Where is anybody? It kind of raises a question. Why wouldn't the mayor take an easy win on this and be like, okay, we're starting a new squad within the police department. I'm giving you this XYZ. We need a dedicated 20-man squad just on the vehicle break-in thefts.
Yeah.
We've become a national joke. So it kind of makes you wonder, why would anybody not take that easiest dub ever?
Yeah, the Democrats need, for some reason, the crime to be high and horrible for everybody.
Yeah.
Do the New York City average day in New York.
Yeah, this is...
Here's another one.
Here's the street rat who's trying to break a window. And
you have like the stupid model person who thinks they're doing something in some outfit, and then a street rat like violent behind them trying to break a window.
And then the finance bros jogging.
Yeah, and the 2 white finance bros jogging.
The city used to be for the finance bros.
Yeah.
And then the art people coexisted, the models, they were there too. They never bothered anybody. They did some freaky ecstasy warehouse parties and shit. But that was it. You know? Now you got the bum trying to break everything, and the finance bros, they can't even say anything.
Yeah, they can't. And they don't want to be toxic masculinity and try and step up and tell the person to stop.
Yeah, Daniel Penny situation. You get locked up, lose your job. Good luck.
Exactly.
Good luck affording your lease.
Exactly. Rudy Giuliani knows how to fix that. Let's go to the slutty vegan boot removal.
Do you want to explain this at all?
Yeah. So these two,
because nobody's going to hear what they say.
These two entrepreneurs,
very classy of you.
These two entrepreneurs started a business where you pay them $75 and they'll come to your booted car or truck, where the city puts a boot on your car or truck for parking violations, not paid tickets, or illegally parking somewhere. So they'll boot your truck,
which will usually cost like $200 to get unbooted.
So you pay $75 to these two individuals and they'll come take the boot off for free.
And this is Atlanta.
Y'all, it's the Boot Girls. I'm Boot Shiesty. And I'm Boot Baby. And we're the Boot Girls in Buckhead. We had to come and get Slutty Vegan right. Take that up real quick. You already know.
Come to Slutty Vegan and get slutified.
Yeah.
So Slutty Vegan, the food truck, which is for some reason advertised that.
You just got implicated in a crime, buddy.
They just paid us $75. Yeah, Slutty Vegan doesn't pay their fees to get the boot off their truck. Do you think they're washing their hands and keeping up with health codes in their van?
You think that meat is the highest quality, or do you think it might be stolen, might be off the back of a truck somewhere?
Slutty Vegan.
Oh yeah, meat.
But still, they ain't washing their hands in that thing.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah, $75, no standards. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, move on.
That's society. That's the parallel economy right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's not public square. That's the street rat economy. Just
and then those girls will go to jail when they shoot somebody.
Yeah, once they're dead.
And then before that, they unimpounded 50 trucks and 50 cars.
Shout out to them.
Let's do the knife attack stopped.
This is kind of a borderline uplifting.
It
but
could be.
This is in Seattle.
So there's a guy going crazy on the train. He's got a knife. He's trying to stab people. There's kids.
He already has stabbed someone.
He already did stab someone who's on the ground. And then there's a little Asian guy who's holding him back.
No! Back up! Back up! No! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Call 911!
This Asian guy's kind of using a duffel bag to kind of like block so that he can't really knife him.
He's keeping him in the back of the bus. Then he keeps him back there so everyone can get off at the next stop, and then he's the last one off. And he's a hero for that.
There's the victim. He's bleeding out of his wrist pretty bad. And yeah, it goes on. The kid kind of holds him off like a charging bull until everybody's off, and then he runs away.
And he's the cops now. And then he gets arrested. There was a
nice to see.
Yeah, it's nice to see someone still got the dog in him.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, that old Asian man would just be dead. Yeah. If nobody had that dog in him, someone's dead.
Yeah.
So shout out to that kid. Merch if you contact us.
If that's you, base mug coming, T-shirts coming. It's also why you can't ride the bus, because you don't want to have your number called.
Was that a train or a bus or whatever?
One. You don't want to have that number called, you know. Let's read that El Salvador tweet. This kind of reminded me of this.
This guy tweeted, El Salvador terrifies libtards because it's a perfectly straight... And El Salvador, you guys all know, they do the just like mass imprisonment of the MS-13 types, the face tattoo guys. They make them run and jog together. I think we showed it on the show, right?
They just locked them all up.
But just for people who don't have context. So El Salvador terrifies libtards because it's a perfectly straightforward illustration that the best thing you can do is ignore their entire ideology, do exactly what they say you can't do, and the outcome is objectively good. You mean to say that I can have militarized squads of my co-ethnics just imprison and or remove anyone making my country worse, and there is no downside except for violating a pointless ideology that made everything worse? He means like democracy, or due process, whatever these beliefs are. It's like, nah, just lock the criminals away and your murder rate goes down to 0.
And in El Salvador, it's like we know who they are. It's the ones that are covered in tattoos doing all the crimes.
They made it super easy, so
lock them up. So, I wish we had a situation like that here where we can just not have to answer to leftists who feel bad.
Yeah.
And they're saying, oh, you're racist. And just go, oh, everyone's locked up. You do a crime, you're locked up.
I'm racist. The sidewalks are clean. The community's safe. Okay.
I'm hateful.
Yeah.
Let's do the 16-year-old double shooting.
Yeah, so I don't have many details on this, but this kind of sparked a conversation with us off screen. A 16-year-old Florida high school football star who had offers to multiple colleges across the country was arrested for a double shooting in Fort Lauderdale. There's his picture.
Multiple college offers, 16 years old. I was 16 years old. I never had to do a double shooting.
Me neither.
I never had to shoot a gun at anybody. So it makes you kind of wonder. It's like I don't think that kid's smart.
Obviously not.
He's involved in double shootings.
He's a dum-dum who was good at football.
And he has something going for him. If he was smart, he would realize, oh, I have football going for me. I can go to college for free. I can maybe go pro. I can change my whole life.
Even if I don't go pro, kids are getting NIL deals. There's ways to make money off college football now.
Yeah, like I need to prioritize that and stay away from anything that could hinder that dream, that goal. So, low IQ guy.
Instead, he goes
and shoots two people involved in a double shooting. So I was kind of talking to Rapway about this yesterday. It's like, are low IQ people destined to do low IQ shit forever, then go to jail and be because if you're a high IQ person, you don't do certain things. Like, your boys are going to rob somebody. It's like, I'm not going with you.
I'm super uncomfortable with this.
Yeah, or someone drunk's going to drive you home. It's like, I'm going to call my dad or I'm going to order an Uber.
Yeah.
You know, like a high IQ person will avoid situations. A low IQ person will always be presented opportunities to do a low IQ thing. Mm-hmm. And then one of those will eventually get you in trouble and then you end up in jail. And I feel like that's like a low IQ place to end up that a high IQ person would avoid because he wouldn't do things a low IQ person would do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are people destined based on their IQ to are they capped out?
Yeah, like water finds its level. You're going to go, it doesn't matter if you're actually good at football or have something. You're always going to fuck up in some way, which is kind of sad. But I mean, it's like flushing down the toilet, you know, you're going to get down to the bottom. And my thing is the people who are like this are even worse criminals. Mm-hmm. Someone who has something to lose, like this kid, for example, should be locked up longer than I think just some dummy.
Yeah.
Who really had nothing to lose. You know, a criminal, they're just poor. It's like, no, this guy had something. And same with like Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
Who did basically the same thing.
He had smart enough to prioritize.
Yeah. You had all those millions. You had everything on the table and you still did it. You should really be in jail.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
let's go to the David Hogg tweet.
What's David Hogg up to?
He's been doing really bad takes lately.
David Hogg says, Switzerland is a country that has a high rate of gun ownership but doesn't have a high level of gun violence. It's because they actually have a well-regulated militia with high levels of mental and legal vetting and training to own a gun. And Garand Thumb comes in and goes, there is another reason also. Switzerland's all white. Yeah. It's all white people.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody goes like this.
Yeah. All right, we're out of Urban Decay.
Was I wrong to spell that out?
No, that's it.
That's it, right?
That's it. That's why it's on the show.
White people don't kill that many people.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on, don't get too down, don't get depressed. We're moving on to Uplifting Gold. Our first part of Uplifting Gold is actually about me.
Oh.
Yeah. So in our Q&A, we were talking about water. People asked what kind of water I like. And unfortunately, up until today, I have been drinking for the last 10 years water bottles. Dasani plastic water bottles for every bit of water I drink. And then I read something about the plastic and how it's bad and my androgens are all gone. So I got a water.
I think it's androgen receptors or something, but Fleccas just reads it and he gets the gist. He moves on.
I get the gist and I order like not super expensive, but I order a high quality water purifier.
Yeah.
So now I have a water purifier.
Reverse osmosis water filtration purification system.
And I also got a huge gallon glass jug that I'm going to fill the water with every day, put it in the fridge, and then I'm going to drink that water.
Smart.
So here on the show, it's uplifting. We're no longer drinking out of plastic.
No more Dasani. And I know people love to complain and make memes about Dasani tasting like water that got left in a super soaker.
Yeah.
I never thought that way. Yeah.
Dasani's good. So yeah, those days are over. We're drinking out of glass and we're only drinking filtered water. And if we have to add our own minerals to it, we're going to add our own minerals to it.
Whole new world out here.
Yeah. All right. Uplifting Gold, Iowa Bail Toss football player. Here's a football player who didn't do a double homicide.
Oh, yeah, and he never would. This is pure Americana. Iowa redshirt sophomore Jennings Dunker emerges as the champion in the Solon Beef Days hay bale toss for the second consecutive year. Congratulations, buddy.
Yep.
He set a new record, and he defeated fellow offensive lineman Logan Jones.
That's great.
It's just the boys, the O-line.
Iowa boys?
The Iowa O-line boys, yeah.
Hey, that's good stuff. If that's you, we'll send you some T-shirts.
Yep.
That's very based. Love to see it.
Yep.
Let's go to the super villain arc on the subway. Super villain origin story.
Tell them the message. Give them the message. They have got 24 hours to respond. The guy who designed the Mini and the X5 needs his royalties. If he's not paid, we will start by blowing up all the BMW showrooms in Britain. And then we'll move into BMW in Germany and blow that up as well.
So,
guy's issuing very clear threats.
It seems like, that's some sort of super villain.
Yeah.
Who is making threats.
I've personally never seen one in real life, so.
I guess he invented the X5 BMW.
Wow.
And they better pay up. I wonder what happens.
Yeah, they try to stiff him? That doesn't sound very good, BMW.
Do the right thing, BMW.
This guy would be friends with the guy who saw Joe Biden come to his medical appointment. We should get those two together.
Oh, if we got those two together, I would watch hours of that conversation.
That's kind of a next level TLC type reality show that we need.
You put them together?
Phrenics. Yeah, like schizophrenics.
It's like a hoarder with the person who's addicted to eating the inside of the cushion in the car. And you get them together and you guys live together for a week.
And just see what happens.
Just see what you talk about. Go to the uncle casting spells, please.
What can I get started for you?
I want a double dragon chocolate mocha macchiato, a frappuccino.
Man, how in the hell do I know what the hell to say all of that?
A double dragon chocolate macchiato, frappuccino.
Double chocolate macchiato.
What kind of frappuccino?
A double dragon and double chico. You heard me?
Double chocolate.
Double chocolate.
Chocolate mocha frappuccino, macchiato.
Mocha papa chocolate mocha capito.
A mocha frappuccino?
Papa.
Do you have a double chocolate chip mocha frappuccino or a regular mocha frappuccino?
What the hell is you? I mean, what are you saying?
What are you saying?
I don't know what you saying.
A frappuccino? That's our blended beverage?
No.
Okay, what's the drink that you want?
Right. So he's out here, uncle out here casting spells with that headline. And then let's end on something positive, something beautiful in nature. The the snake with the spider tail. So this is a venomous snake based on the looks of it.
Yeah.
And it has a fake spider attached to its tail.
Its tail mimics a spider.
And look how it moves. It moves like a real spider. Then I'm sure like a bird comes and goes, oh, I can eat this spider. And then you got bit by a snake.
End of your life. You didn't even know it.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool. Thank you for showing that.
I never saw that.
Yeah.
The snake's got a spider decoy on it. Like a snapping turtle technology.
Yeah, life finds a way, I guess.
That's pretty good. Well, that's the end of the episode. Another Fleccas Talks in the books. Anything you want to end on?
No, I got nothing.
I think it was a good episode.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. FleccasTalks.com to get Bonus Land, which comes out in like an hour or so. Mm-hmm. So join FleccasTalks.com for 30 minutes of Bonus Land. And then today's small business is also going to be the app. At the end of every episode, we shout out a small business every Friday episode. So this week, it's the Pulse Plus app. It's in the description. Make sure you guys download that. Give it 5 stars. Send me a screenshot for a potential prize. Let's get into the top 10. Help us do that. We are partnered with Pulse Plus. They support the show. They built an app for convenience of reading articles and watching videos and streaming and Bonus Land and everything. And it's going to keep getting better and improving. So download that. Support us. We'll support you right back. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at the next one.
Eat the ceviche, bro. What do you think? Rob Smith approved?
Rob Smith approved.